bring it back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're looking live at the Calamity Jones Hour. I'm Mandy Jones. This is my husband. He's here in spirit, Glenn. He is outside actually building a fire because we have an event tomorrow. I need sleep and the house needs to be ready. So here we are. I'm actually running to a show after this, a live comedy show. We're calling it A Peaceful Protest. It's this is the 13th episode, guys. Right in time for Halloween of the Calamity Jones Hour. I do have a gentleman in the studio with us tonight. Please share the show. Please share the show. He's got to get his hands in this fucking guy. All right, so we're gonna bring him right on. But please share the show. You should subscribe to Mandy Jones, the comedian, on YouTube. That's also where you can find me on Instagram. If you put that into Facebook, that's where you can find me. Facebook's the best for events. Yeah, and that's enough about me. Let's bring this gentleman on.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to say this correctly. He is in council culture. He is he was also in, tell me, I want to call it Degenerate in Blue, but that's not right.
That sounds cooler, though. Deviant in Blue.
Deviant in Blue. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, and now yours, Mr. Travis Grant. Welcome, welcome. You're welcome. Well, it was slim pickings because I had to pick somebody that was on the show with me tonight.
Well, I made the cut then.
Yeah, you made the cut. So I didn't want to flatter you and say you're the first person I thought of and the third person I wanted to ask. Me and Bonnie do the wildflowers every Wednesday, so she's going to be on the show with us tonight. But,
nice.
She already, gets grandfathered and it's doing a bunch of running around. But enough about me. I can't believe I said council culture right.
You said that one right, and then like the one you were like, no, I got the movie right.
And now I said Deviant in Blue, and it's Destitute in Blue?
Yeah, it's
I'm not even fucking around.
Deviant in Blue.
Deviant in Blue. What did I call it the first time? I said something.
Degenerate.
Oh,
Degenerate in Blue.
Oh, that was like the lower class version of what you guys were going for there.
That could be like another spin.
Now, how did you get into a movie?
So I way back when I put up headshots for comedy. I took a bunch of headshots for comedy.
Okay.
And so I just put like a handful of them on Facebook, and some guy randomly, he saw him and he hit me up and he was like, "Hey,
you're beautiful.
Hey, you're beautiful."
People say, "Oh, you have a beautiful singing voice." I'm like, I'm glad you listen to my comedy from another, fucking country. They see you with the microphone. They're like, "Oh, you beautiful singing voice." Like, thanks. So you put up headshots, and did you put up anything like, "Hey, I don't know how to do anything"?
No.
You put up your stats.
No, just put up the shots, and then he hit me up and he's like, "Hey, we got a friend. He's a big time director. He's not big, he's
he's doing stuff.
He made a lot of stuff in the 80s. Now he's like coming back, stuff like that.
Productions are really fucking hard. Now I've said this on the show before, but now when I watch like a dumb fucking 10 or 5 minute production, I'm like, they worked days on this. Like, so much money went into this. Some like a stupid joke or something. Yeah. I'm like, because I just really respect what goes into this shit now. Because it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not. It's a lot.
So you saying like this guy's like not a big deal? It's a big fucking deal to do a fucking movie and be on site. And so how many days were you personally on set for this thing?
Well, just
you live there?
Yeah, we just had a bunch of different locations, and so we were just shooting pretty much on weekends because obviously not everyone is like
full-time actor.
Yeah, not a full-time actor.
Okay, so that makes it longer of a process.
Yeah, so it's been a very long process, and it's a meaty role too. So it's And
what do you mean by that? You mean a lot of you're important? You can't change your hair or do anything drastic now?
I play the lead. I'm the lead role.
I didn't realize you were the lead.
Yeah, and I play a schizophrenic rapist cop.
Oh, geez. How did they figure that you were going to be good for that? You like that kind of shit? Do you like thrillers?
Originally, I think they had another guy for the role, and I was going to play a much smaller role.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, that's cool.
Okay.
And then he hit me up, and he was like, hey, so-and-so, we don't even know where he is. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, who
Once again, like me, we got nobody else.
Yeah, and I was like, so who are we going to get now? And he's like, that's kind of what the call is for.
Right,
and I was like, all right.
Yeah, you have already shown up. So in-house. So that's cool. So then they had to scrap what you already filmed?
No, that was before it was ever filmed, and they were still casting.
Okay, all right, cool.
And so then I just went with it, and I ran with it, and I did the best I can. It's actually been coming out really well. I'm pumped to because it's been this journey and this process, this whole project, and now
Right.
finally when it's gonna be all put together, it's gonna be like, oh,
Right. Yeah, no,
look
I
at
know, because
this.
this shit, we're like, oh, it's fucking live. Someone was knocking on the door the other day. It's like, ah, fuck it. It's live. It's an hour. Cut it, you know? And then we're like, oh, that shouldn't have said that, you know? But that's it.
Yeah.
There's no, like, you know, fucking Wes Anderson, like, every fucking color of every
Yeah.
item in the room is important for the story.
Yeah, and I love the guy's name is James Arcuri. And
Okay.
I love working with him because he lets me, you know, go. He gives me a bunch of range to work with, and he just kind of really lets me, you know, make my choices. He trusts me with like the choices that I make during the scene, and he's really he's become like a second father to me. Really, he's a really
Well,
cool guy to work with.
Yeah, well, I'm sure becoming a psycho like that. Bonnie's driving. My dad's saying hi, homie. Hey, Dad. Joan Krupa, yeah, sure. Hey, girl, Mandy, girl, and Travis. Okay, so yeah, because I would get like if you're gonna play some like psychopath, you'd want to feel kind of comfortable. Like we actually, I started writing a movie just for fun because I like writing, and I was like, all right, so it'll be like the combined psychic, you know, psychotic parts of me and my husband. And like a lot of times, like we would just get into fucking arguments or discussions, and I'm like, I feel enthralled and able to write about this psycho who is both parts of us.
Yeah. So
like acting like a psycho, I could see where you're like, all right, if this is more natural, like you're like, no, I'd go for the girls fucking, you know. Like,
it was
how bloody? How many people you kill? Like what? How bloody is this movie?
Kill like 5.
So that's intense. That's like hard to shoot that
like
kind of
4
stuff.
Or 5 or something like that.
And did they, like, because once you like throw the blood, it's like that's it. Like, because there's no like taking that back.
Yeah, honestly, to be honest with you, this role was like the most uncomfortable thing I've ever done because like it's like like you'd have to do scenes sometimes where you're like raping someone and it's like
yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable.
And then I was dressed as a woman and then I was.
I wanted to talk about that. That was a really funny picture, and you have in the film that's your character is dressed as a woman multiple scenes.
Yeah, there's one scene that I'm in women's underwear.
Okay, I think I saw you have all fake tattoos.
No, I have real tattoos, and they hate them. They hate them.
Oh my god, yeah, those are bad. I was like, wow, they put terrible bad tattoos on.
Oh, fuck off. I hope you bomb. I hope you eat shit tonight. If you eat shit on stage, I'm gonna laugh in your face.
I'm totally fucking around, but I did think it was part of the ensemble.
No.
I'm like, wow, this is an interesting role because I honestly looked at your fucking page like while I'm waiting for you today, like because I'm that unprepared for life. Oh man, guys, but, the real shit's coming out.
I remember the worst was we were doing a scene where I had to be in women's underwear, and I had to so I break into a woman's apartment and then I rape her in front of her kid.
Oh geez,
so the heavy scene. And so obviously,
yeah, that's what you're talking about, meaty role.
Yeah. So they, you know, obviously they have like a little kid as like, you know, the actor or actress, and then the dad brings her. So like the dad and the little kid are on set, and I'm walking.
Oh my
around.
god, you have a real life kid that you have to.
Yeah. What do you think? Are you using a fake kid?
Oh my god, I'm not thinking about it.
No.
Like,
so like,
you signed your kid up for that?
So like the little child actor is there. And I'm
you're scary enough.
I'm in a fucking women's undergarment, and my ball keeps popping out.
Oh my god, that should be illegal.
I'm doing my best to like keep it in, and I was doing a good job, but every once in a while it would sneak out.
We should not be laughing about this. This is when I wish we could cut this shit out.
So I like look at the dad, and I'm just like, hey, I'm so sorry, and he's cracking up.
Oh my god!
He's just like he's just like, yeah, no, I understand what you're going through right now. I'm like,
when my wife said this is what I was dropping her off to.
Yeah,
my god.
You know it's good though with things like that. It's because like if you can do that,
if you can expose them fucked up young, like.
No, not that. For me, she's fine. She'll probably repress it. And it'll blow up in her mind like 10 years later. And then
when she sees your film.
Yeah, and then she'll like kill her husband or something. Who the fuck knows?
Oh, man. Yeah, child actors. Fuck.
Rough.
Yeah, but like, and what you got? Like when the parents.
Fast.
Yeah. Talk about my dad says make that movie, Mandy. Hey, Nancy Weems. We're just getting into some of Travis's life here, and so now while you were shooting the movie and finishing the movie, you started working on the show, a web series. You called it?
Yeah, it was like towards the end of the film. My friend hit me up. My friend Missy. And she actually just moved back to Texas, but she was living in New York. She's an actress.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, we're doing a whole web series thing. We want you to be like a part in one of the episodes, and it could be a reoccurring thing." And yeah, it went well, and releases next week.
Okay. How many episodes did you do initially for that?
I'm in one. And then they shot a bunch of other ones because you have to like shoot a pilot and then have a few other ones.
Right.
Just in case they're like, oh, well, we do want to take it on.
They're like, now we need 12.
Yeah. So like, we don't have 12, but here's another 4.
Right. Okay, cool.
So, but and then I just, I hooked up with the, what do you call it? Director, Artemis, very cool guy, very smart man.
Okay.
And I really like his stuff. And so he's like, yeah, we'll put you in some 2021 stuff. So yeah.
What do you mean by that? What is 2021?
Like the year 2021. Next year.
I can't even think that far in advance. I can't even think till after we got to get through this show, and then we have tonight Terry's show. So you want me to bomb tonight?
I'm just gonna be grilling you in the back.
What does it say on your fucking stomach?
Show no doubt is what it says.
All right, it says he's got a fucking bottom rocker.
I stand by it. I like my tats.
That's fine. That's fine. Each man can have their own opinion.
I thought
it was part of the getup. That's why I was interested.
Yeah.
Yeah. So being in all that kind of makeup and all that kind of stuff, do you get cranky? I get cranky.
I don't want to sound like a prima donna. Like, could we just finish the makeup and just get it over? Yeah. But it's like when you're standing in high heels in the freezing cold, and you're just like, what? Can we fucking just finish the scene? Because sucks.
Now, did he try to make you uncomfortable sometimes to get the right response? Like, because sometimes they're like, all right, do it again, until the point where you're like, fuck you, seriously. And they're like, that's what I wanted.
I don't think he had to, do anything else to make me any more uncomfortable than
okay, all right, be in high heels, with your ball out in front of an 8-year-old.
Or just like, I was in a full woman's drag, and I'm like, sometimes we had to get, some shiesty locations. Like, we were filming the hood. I'm walking around the hood dressed as a woman. And people are like, what the fuck is going on over here? And I'm like, if it wasn't for the cameras and I was just walking around here, like, I don't know what would happen. Yeah,
I know. And you're like freaking attacking people in the film. So I'm sure at points it's like people are like sketch, should we be like worried about this? Like, did anybody ever say anything to you?
I almost got arrested once because like I said, we shiesty locations were encouraged. Because just brings...
the aesthetic, and you just probably feel crazier. Like it's kind of risky filming there, even.
It was.
So like
it was. So we needed like a shitty motel, and we found one, and they were just shitty motels. So they're like, just do the fucking whatever. And so they're like, all right, we're setting up the set in here. So just go to your car and get some stuff. And so I'm just changing it into my woman stuff in the in the sketchy parking lot, and the D-Tech rolls up on me. 2 guys hop out, and they're like, what's going on here? And I'm like half dressed as a woman, and I'm just like, nothing, man.
Body.
And and they were like, you got any drugs on you? And I was like, no.
Not yet.
And they're like, you sure? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you ever been arrested? I was like, yeah. He's like, for what?
This.
I was like, for drugs. and he was like, when was that? I was like some years ago. And he was like, so if I go through your car, you're not gonna find any drugs. I was like, no, you won't. And he's like, so what are you doing? I'm like, I'm filming a movie. He's like, what kind of movie? And I was like,
oh God, yeah, this doesn't sound good again.
And like anything I said couldn't pull me out of the hole. I was like, listen, if you go in there's going to be 3 60-something-year-old men. Wait, hold on. They're directors. Wait, hold on. And it was just not working out. I'm like, I'm sober right now. I'm not doing anything. Come in and see what we're doing. And he believed me eventually. And he was like, okay, just let you know, this is like a big prostitute and big heroin spot. Right here. And I was like, he's like, why the fuck would you film here? And I was like,
for the aesthetic.
Yeah, I was like, that's why we're filming here. Look how I didn't even know it's Nassau Coliseum in near the Coliseum. Did you ever see that fucking motel, whatever you want to call it?
No, not particularly.
It is it's such a fucking shiesty spot. And I never even thought it was open. And then when I got there, I was like, we're filming here? He's like, yeah. I was like, I didn't think this was a real hotel.
Yeah, and that's part of like what I was thinking with the movie thing is like, you limit it to a certain amount of places, it's so much easier. Like, it's great to write a thriller like that, but chasing a guy around, like,
Yeah, you gotta
it's it's money and time and shit. But then it's like 2 days on set. You got, hey Dan Romano, hey Dave Lange, lifetime counseling for that child actor as part of the settlement. Kid will make $1 million from a memoir in 20 years. Yeah, seriously, I'm sure the mom signed off that the kid was gonna be fucking fine.
Yeah, no,
that's
the
part
parents,
of the waiver.
Parents,
you guys weren't legally allowed to be shooting any of this, but the mom knew it was okay.
Yeah, she was. Well, the dad
didn't know.
The dad brought her. The dad was.
No, I'm just kidding.
Super nice guys. Don't worry, guys.
She was fine. That's so not funny.
But it was just so many times, so many different times
that you were awkward.
Yeah, I was just like, I don't know, but like it's times like that when you gotta like this vulnerability, you gotta like jump into that vulnerability pool 2 feet first, because like if you don't, then it's gonna show on camera and it's gonna look like shit.
Right.
Because like you're not committing. Right. So like you have to commit.
Right. We were talking about that when we got off the set the other day. I always call this a stage. It's my kitchen table, but there's always a camera here. But
you made this a set.
This is my husband made this a fucking set. Honestly, he showed me how to use this shit, and he leveled us up. When we went into quarantine, Bonnie and I started doing the show from home. The Wildflowers, you could catch us every Wednesday from 7:30 to 8:30.
The Wildflowers.
Yeah, because we're wild and free, and every other fucking name was taken. Seriously, everything was taken. So we were like, we're just going to be the fucking Wildflowers, and if you hashtag the Wildflowers...
Wildflowers or Wallflowers?
The Wildflowers. Like
the degenerate blue wildflower?
Yeah, the Wallflowers. Yeah. I'm gonna bomb tonight. Thanks to you, and I do have some new stuff to bomb on, so that's pretty good. And where can you find this movie? When you said it's coming to life, but where can we find it once it's out?
That I'm actually not sure, to be honest.
Oh, okay. So it's one of those things that once it's done,
I'm sure it's gonna go through like a circuit of festivals first.
Okay.
Because I know like once you do that, I think it's like a 2 or 3 month thing.
Right.
I think I'm kind of new to all this, so I don't have all the answers.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess it's like when you do a thesis or an essay, you have a bunch of different people you could show it to and who you want to, and there's some people that might hack it up, and there might and that might not be part of the deal where it's like, okay, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
You're not going to be doing that. So, you wait around for the right person who's going to display your art perfectly, the way you want.
And I think he's doing that.
That's good. Hold tight. Was comedy just like you said, just something you just kind of got into because you were in the acting world?
No, I was in comedy world for like 3 years before I got into acting.
And what made you find comedy? What made you think of you?
I always wanted to do comedy, and I always wanted to do acting, but I didn't know. Some parts of me still don't really know like which one I like better.
Okay.
I think I definitely now doing both. I have to have both to like make myself a full human.
Right. I know. That's how I feel with the podcasting too, because it's like it's totally a different format.
It is.
Like the control is not completely like I go up tonight. I could change. I walk in and I see my aunt and my cousin. I might not have the balls to tell 2 of these jokes.
You commit 2 feet in.
No, I already have them written on my hand. They're going down. But like. I fucking had a set written the other day, and then Boy Scouts walk up right before we start performing. I'm like, and I started to actually tell one of the jokes.
Where is this?
We were Tugboat Manny invited me to. It was it wasn't a VA. It was a fucking American Legion. I'm so shocked. I'm running on no sleep. An American Legion, so it was all vets. And so it was really cool. He was like the headliner, but he gave me a couple minutes in the beginning, and everyone was just like happy to be outside. It was on a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, you need those. I need that offset of, me and Bonnie, when we sit here on the Wildflowers or whatever, we're not going to talk politics. Not that I talk politics on stage, but you have those different control. I don't think I'd be a good actress because they'd be like, all right, Mandy, we're going to make you wear your hair up. And I'd be like, no. And I'd have a bun the next day. They'd be like, all right, you're shooting your scene with your hair down. I'd be like, not today. I'm really just grumpy and not I'm a control freak. And I think that all comedians, we hold people hostage by microphone.
You're gonna sit here and listen to my thoughts.
I've seen comedians get mad. I want to see how. I don't know if I'm going to even stay for Terry, but he's going to be fucking so heated tonight before the election. Everyone's so
we're gonna
riled.
hear it. We're going to hear it.
So riled up. He's already voted, but he doesn't know what his vote means yet.
I worry for Terry's blood pressure sometimes.
No, me too. I worry for my blood pressure. I'm 30 fucking years old.
I love Terry. Terry, going on the road with Terry is so fun because he's just the best. Like he's
See, I've never done that. I've never delved into comedy like that. And I don't know if I could because it's so much. You know what I mean?
No, you would love the road. Because
the people change.
The road is the best when you go with like people you like.
Right.
If you're on the road with someone that you don't like, then you're like, this is hell.
Right, you just got to keep hearing their bit.
Yeah, not even that, like the hanging out, because the shows are at night. So you just have you get to a new state or a new place, and then you just have all day to hang out with this person.
Right. And we're going to waste a day.
Yeah.
What do you like to do? Are you like an interesting person? Or are you like, I'm going to sleep until 4?
I feel like I'm changing. When I first started, I would go out and do the shows, and then I would drink after, and then I would just kind of lay around the hotel room.
Right, because then you got to recoup.
Yeah, and then, but lately I've been like, I don't do that, or maybe I don't drink as much. And then like I'll go out, I'll find like a jiu-jitsu school like in the area, and I'll do that, or I'll just go for a drive.
You're a brown belt.
Yes.
In what form of
Brazilian jiu-jitsu?
Brazilian jiu-jitsu. So
Yes,
how long did it take you to get a brown belt in that? How long? And you're a wrestler too, right?
Yeah, I wrestled from when I was 12 up until I was 20.
Now my husband's a wrestler. I have to ask what was your weight class?
High school. Well, obviously,
Yeah, high school.
High school, I was small. I was always a smaller guy. Yeah, like high schools, I was like usually in the 130s.
Okay.
And then,
but that's where it's competitive.
And then college, I went to like 150.
Were you like not eating? Like, were you one of those crazy fucking? You have to have a couple screws loose to do comedy and to be a fucking
and I was like
wrestler.
And I was like, I don't like, because it was college too. So like you're not like living a college life.
And because once you're on a sports team, you kind of give some of that up.
Or you give wrestling, you give like all of it.
But
up.
you give like, and you actually, they're like, we're gonna make sure you pass. Like they give you like a nice place to study. Like I don't know where you went to school, but at Stony Brook, they were very like, if you went down and like sat there with your homework and you were if you were an athlete, they would like fucking help you finish it because like no athlete's fucking failing.
But
like,
I bitched out of that hard, and then I was like,
out of which part of it? The curriculum?
College wrestling. I just bitched out of it, and then I was like, I was mad at myself that I did that, and I was like, I still want to grapple because I do like that.
Okay.
And then I went into jiu-jitsu, and then here I am.
It's an easy transition.
Yes and no. Yes and yes. Like,
wait, isn't jiu-jitsu you're always on your back, or jiu-jitsu you're kicking people?
No, you're on the ground. It's like grappling. It's
grappling.
Yeah,
you said that.
No striking. But
okay. No hitting it ever.
I mean, for me to say that you're not going to catch like an elbow to the mouth,
you shouldn't be aiming for people. You shouldn't be hitting people.
Yeah,
got it.
But for me to say you're not going to catch one of them,
okay. But the bony bits are good.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit. It's gonna happen.
Okay.
It's just not gonna be like a deliberate.
Now, when you become a brown belt, do you have to compete to do that, or are there just physical?
No, you don't.
Things. Did you compete?
I did. I stopped competing. I don't know when exactly I stopped. Like some years ago though, and then I got a hip surgery, so now I think I'm just gonna never ever do that.
I know. People are like, why don't you play rugby anymore? And my husband, he's like, because I have a fucking job.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna break my arm playing a fucking Sunday game of rugby and be out of fucking work. I don't even like snowboarding. I'm like, I love snowboarding, but I get sketched out. Like I'll get hurt, and I'm like, I can't break my fucking typing hands. Like
I heard you get mangled when you first start snowboarding. Like
you do, and the thing is, when you go snowboarding, you go for like 2 or 3 days. So like those bruises are getting like darker as like the third day bailing down the mountain. I'm like, all right, yeah, you could like go the rest of the way because my husband skis, so he's like quick, and I will just like fucking.
You can go faster on skis than you can on snowboard.
Yeah, and you have more control, but I'm just more like I surfed when I was a kid, and I still surf sometimes now, but like I'm more used to just my feet being together like that. Like skiing just seems awkward to me, so I've never even tried skiing. So I've only ever tried snowboarding.
Surfing is fun. I like surfing.
Yeah,
surfing, it's very like peaceful when you're out there, you're just kind of like floating around.
I'm not afraid of water like that. Fucking concrete with skateboarding and snowboarding. I bail out. Like it's before I get hurt, I'm like I will bail and take the fall.
The only thing that scares me about surfing, and everyone always tells me I'm a pussy because it's like the chances are so low.
What, sharks?
Yeah.
Really not. Because now that like the ocean cleaned up, everyone's like seeing sharks. Like
I think this sounds so like irrational and ridiculous, but if I went surfing one time and like a shark took my leg, I would give up on my dreams and dedicate myself to killing as many sharks as I can.
You
I
just
don't
be a
care.
shark
You can call me the biggest asshole. You take my leg. Now I have one leg. I have one and a half leg.
And people are already shark hunting anyways. I don't think that's really like
I don't care.
Or like I don't think that's added to this
I'm gonna take whatever I can. I'm gonna get an old sea boat, and then I'm just gonna and I'm just gonna be a grizzled sea captain, and I'm just gonna kill all the sharks. That's what
do you
I'm gonna
remember that girl that was like a figurehead for us when we were kids who fucking got her arm bitten off by a shark? She was just like a 13-year-old surfer, and they were like, she's so happy.
They made a movie
so
of her,
fine.
Right? Like a soul surfer, soul
she was
surfer,
just like
something.
She was like, it's not taking me down. Like fucking paddled back with one arm.
Well, it did. So it did take you down. You know.
But yeah, no, I mean, I'm still talking about her. Obviously, she left an impression on me.
They say a lot of people all say the same thing. Like, you know, when you get attacked by a shark, you have this newfound like magic respect for it, and you like think it's like this majestic creature.
Well, yeah, you came in contact with it. It's almost like, I mean, I guess if you got like a car crash or something, and like every time you drive, you're like, whoa, like this thing is fucking a powerful gun that I'm driving right now.
It's a death box, the steel death box.
Because I've gotten in like fender benders, and then like after that, like driving the next couple days, I'm like, oh, I could feel like that woozy feeling, like that like tires beneath your leg.
I got in a really bad car accident. I think it was some years ago, and some high school chick blew the light, and she hits me, and I spun into another lane and got hit again.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, and I've been in like.
How old were you?
26, 25 or something like that. So anyway, so I was so that happened, and I had been in like car accidents before, but like never like
never one earth rattling.
Never one that you're like whoa, and it gave me a newfound respect for just you know. And I remember I had all road shows in Jersey that next week, and I was just like behind the wheel, like
right.
I was not comfortable at all.
No, it's scary, and I remember feeling like, am I ever gonna feel comfortable like this again?
Yeah, you get better, but it takes a little while.
Right, because I'm like, it's so new that I can remember that feeling of fucking losing control.
Oh, God, it's scary. So scary. Yeah. It's so scary.
Now you're gonna bomb. There you go. Drive safe on the ride there. So yeah, all right. So you fight, you act, you do comedy.
Yeah, I'm
trying. You grew up on Long Island, right?
Yes, I grew up in Merrick.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason, I thought you were like a Sachem or something kid. So Merrick, what is I think because you were a wrestler, I just assumed fucking Sachem. Are they a small school? Like, what's the?
So it's like pretty much broken up into 3 schools. It's like Merrick Belmore. It kind of gets lumped.
Okay.
It's weird. It kind of gets lumped into like one thing, but then they break it up into 3 high schools.
Did you go to Mepham?
No, Calhoun.
Okay. Yeah, no, my mom grew up over there in Belmore. Okay, so you've been on the island your whole life.
Yeah, that's pretty much that. So.
And weren't you doing like prankster stuff out in Staten Island? Didn't you tell me guys were pranking people, like holding auditions? And the audition was actually just a prank.
That was. I don't know if I'm.
We can't disclose that.
I don't know if I can talk about this. It was fun.
Corey says, "Oh, get a peg leg. Don't go making your life's mission." My friend Corey, she's watching. So don't go on your life's mission to fucking kill sharks. I'm
gonna get smashed for that. Watch, they're gonna be like Travis Grant.
I know. No one's gonna care about the fucking 8-year-old seeing you expose yourself because her dad was there. That's fine.
Yeah,
it's gonna be the premeditated shark murder that you're gonna go down for.
I always get so nervous when I'm talking on podcasts because I'm just like. What? Because like I don't want to be like Travis. Don't say that because then it's like there's
no show.
Because then it's like this lukewarm Travis, this like watered down Travis that's like kind of shitty.
Right.
And it's like, but then if you say something that's like my ball popping out in front of a kid.
I think we've said that probably about 13 times now, just because it's funny, dude. I mean, that's so awkward and horrible. And I think we're lessening the blows the more we,
Yeah.
It's like, at this point, it's already happening.
We got to show in a little bit. We got to work. We got to get the juices flowing.
I mean, I think that's what I do with, like, comedy. Like, one of the jokes I'm going to tell tonight is something that's just a funny story that it's like some people be like, oh my God, that's so fucked up. But I'm like, I'm laughing about it. Like, shouldn't you laugh about that? That's fucking hilarious. Everyone's fine.
Yeah, like, come on. It's just, that's very annoying. I hate that when you have to fucking censor yourself. It's very annoying.
I don't know. I can't. not very well, and with the live stuff, it's hard.
Yeah.
And comedy too, because people. You ever had a heckler? I've never had a heckler.
Yeah. It's.
Oh yeah. Well, because
Yeah.
I guess with guys, they're not as nice. They're like nicer to me. They're like, oh, she's like getting up there.
Yeah.
Like women are like, come on, be quiet, let her do her thing.
Yeah.
They're like nice.
A guy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, another fucking guy.
I'm hosting Brené's.
Okay. Well, that's fun because you got to keep the spirit going.
But it's at JJ's. It's like
I've never been over there. Okay, so it's
a
hard.
wolf pit over there, and I'm just expecting it. Like I know I'm just coming in, guns loaded, blades sharpened.
Right. Yeah.
It's like you're like going to like a
ring.
like a bar fight in the dark. Like that's kind of like what you're like you're kind of moving around.
I know, and people are so deceiving. Like I've seen women, like not just women, but I've seen a woman like stand up and be like, no, like literally when someone's like telling a joke, like you don't have the mic, lady, and just like, no, you're just not gonna say that, like that's freedom of speech up in here. It's like, wait,
that's an annoying heckle because it's like you're not really giving me anything to work with.
Right,
you're just drunk, and you're like standing up and you're moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what's gonna happen? I forget who was even on stage because the woman was so absurd, but the person was just like, what's gonna happen? Like, what are you planning on?
Yeah. you gotta shut them down though. If you don't
like,
shut them
why
down,
are you approaching me right now? Like, this is like that's threatening.
Because if you don't shut them down, it's over. And then you've lost all credibility as a comic that night. And oof, boy.
Corey says, we want raw humiliation.
What's this?
My friend Corey, we want raw humiliation. Yeah, we're not going to water anything down. We don't have time, really. And I'm too tired to be anything but myself at this point.
I was at a cousin's wedding last night, and I was up till like fucking 5.
How was that?
It was fun.
It's like work, though, seeing family. That was watered down, chap.
Yeah. No, it was fun. I had a fun time. They're big drinkers, so
yeah. Okay, so you had to keep up.
Yeah, and I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna give an Uber home, and I got it.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, and I was just fucking.
Who got married? You said your cousin, the woman or the man?
My cousin Heather. Yes.
Okay, and I shouldn't assume it's a woman and a man, but it's the bride side of the family, so they're always usually going a little bit harder.
Mm. It was
because that usually means a new baby.
Oh boy! Oh.
You didn't think that?
Nah, I didn't think that. I didn't think that at all.
That's usually that. Well, I got married, and that's what the next question was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when you're engaged, everyone's like, "When do you get married?" And then when you get married, everyone's like, "When do you gonna have a baby?" And I'm like, "Never."
No, never.
Never.
It's so funny. Anyone
No,
who's
just I wouldn't have a comedy career. I wouldn't be doing a podcast right now if I had a fucking baby.
I feel like most people do that road, and the people who don't are either like comedians, actors, people like in some type of art form.
Well, I mean, and like I'll be a nice aunt, and like
I would crush the uncle. On the way over here, I just bought some kids alcohol, and I was like,
I would be a good uncle.
I stopped 7-Eleven, got a coffee because I'm like, Trav.
Did you really buy kids alcohol?
I was like, Trav, you're going to sleep, and then I was.
You're like, it's Saturday night. I'm gonna do some good.
Oh, they came out.
Or Friday night.
You ever feel like so uncool? You know what I mean? I stepped out and I'm like, oh, I got cool boots on and like cool jeans. I look cool. And then like these like sway, like these silky haired, like young dudes like,
currently cool.
They're like, yo, like I'm alumni cool. They're like currently cool. They're like stepping with like with the nylon track jackets. They're like, yo, dude, you think I can get us like 2 12-packs? And I was just like, fuck, they're cool. Damn. And like,
can I have your number?
And like their shoes don't fit and they're just bagging around, but it's cool. Like, I got an Adam's apple. What's up, dude?
What kind of pants are they wearing? Or you said the shoes don't fit? That's a style?
I don't know. They just like
flop around.
Like everything's just kind of baggy on, and they're just like, yo, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, dude? You think it's like 2 12-packs?
I don't talk to kids. I don't buy kids alcohol.
And I was like, yeah, I got you, bro. I was gonna be like, you guys want weed or something? I'm like, don't lie, because if they're like, yeah, we do want weed, then you're gonna be like, I'm sorry, that was a lie.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, that was a lie.
If it was any other night.
I'm sorry, that was a lie because I was very self-conscious about how uncool I was around you guys. So
you guys want weed? Oh, you're not old enough.
I actually don't have weed. But and then what are you gonna do? Like, hey, you guys want other drugs? Oh wait, you're like 16. You know, probably, you haven't done that. And then,
you're like, no, fucking loser.
Yeah, and then you gotta be like, boy, you'll wait 3 years. I'll meet you here again in 3-4 years.
Yeah,
and
they're
then
like, we're going places, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my
But,
Lord, that's
yeah,
pretty funny.
but I did it, and I was like, this is what an uncle feels like.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you can. My dad's like the crazy uncle. I always say my dad. Well, he is the crazy uncle. So my dad was just always hilarious, and I mean, you know, my stuff on stage. It's like I'm like I don't even have to accentuate this stuff. He's just out of his mind.
Yeah.
But I think that's how life really is. I mean, you do a lot of stuff that's like true to life. You don't do a lot of like exaggerative comedy.
Yeah,
That's
no.
kind of like storytelling.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, sometimes you do have to exaggerate just to make the joke work, or like, say if you have like I come to like a situation where it's like, oh, I have two, like, it's a funny story, but like it's over here, it's over here, it's over here, and it's like, yeah, that was funny in how it happened in real life,
Right?
But like if you're telling a stranger, you have to and then
Right.
You can't just have everything going on because now the crowd's like, what? I'm paying attention to 4 different things going on right now.
Right. I have a couple that are like I think the fucking story's funny and the premise is there, but Glenn's like, you give it away before the punch. You know, he's like, you need to rewrite that. Like, it's out of order. Like, it's not right. Like, I'm just so ready to like fucking tell the joke that I was like, you already told the joke.
Yeah.
So you need to like cut the fat.
Sometimes I hate when I'm just like, oh, that's not how it happened though. But it's like, yeah, but like
they were like, but then you should say, and I'm like, but that's exactly
not gonna work. But it's like that's how it has to be.
Right? Sorry. Yeah, I know. They always want like they always say like, oh, like the husband and wife, like, oh, but at the end he should really like be telling you suck. I'm like, all right, just because you're like a man, and it's like
I don't think about that. That's a little much.
I've definitely had people tell me like, yeah, you should make it more like the man says something, the woman says something, because like like the man has to win every argument in the joke.
Well, that person's just a moron then. It could go either way.
Yeah, but it's just more traditional.
Yeah, and it's just.
But like you said, it's not how it happened.
And everybody always thinks, oh, I can give you some clues.
Right, because it's funny at the bar, and then there's stuff that's real. I have funny stories that don't work on stage.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, same.
It's just like no. It's just not a. Or people have, you know, there's so many people say I'm funny at work, and they're funny. And people say that doing this is harder than comedy.
Really?
There are some people that I know you're like, really. Some people are like, it's more of like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Because I go up there with my 10-minute set, and I know it's gonna happen. I mean, a heckler could try to approach me, and I'd almost get fucking.
You at least kind of have like.
I at least have 10 minutes of material. This you could have started saying, oh well, man, you could have started saying anything, and I would have been like, okay, this is what we're talking about now. Like,
lunatic.
Like I could have totally like fucking berated you for that young girl thing. Like,
oh yeah,
that's not cool, Travis. Like, not at all. Like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Like,
I was thinking about that, you know, because obviously
as it was coming out of my mouth.
Well, no, not that. Just in general, like, you know, once the world started really, you know, going to shit.
Yeah, like how is this gonna come out?
Yeah, and I was immediately like, you know, watch whose podcast you go on, because it may just be a trap. It may just someone just be like, and I'm not
right.
And realistically, I'm not a bad person, and it's like I know that, but no one else knows that, and it's like some people are just looking to just fucking put someone to the stake,
right,
for no reason.
I know, and there's there are things that you could easily look up, like you joking like. You ever been arrested? Yeah, you could easily get that stuff online, and people are just fucking crazy, man. And we put ourselves out there with this shit. Like,
how do you get your mugshot offline, right? Not offline, but like you can find it online, right?
I don't know. There's what you can like. I know you could look up like if somebody's missing like right away. You could look up if they're like even detained like anywhere.
Speaking of my stupid tattoos.
Speaking of my friend.
When I got arrested, it was they obviously.
Oh yeah, that's part of it.
And then they were like, take your shirt off, and they're gonna take pictures, and I was like, why? And then he's like, we have tattoos, and I was like, okay. And he was just like, well, if you're ever beheaded, we need you to.
Oh my God, he could have been less nice about it. Like, not if we ever find your body murdered.
No, it was one cop that was like our age, and then one cop that was probably like mid-40s, late 40s. So
there was a good cop and a bad cop?
The young cop was like, hey, listen, you know.
We got to do our job, dude.
No, he was just like, oh, we fuck up sometimes. It's cool. You're a good dude that just kind of fucked up. And I'm like,
smoke weed.
And I'm like, all right, cool. And then like the older cop was like, time to grow up, bro.
Yeah.
Time to grow up, bro.
Party's over.
I was like, fuck off.
I don't want to see you out here again ever.
I was like, like eat shit. I was fucking.
If I see you fucking filming porn and
I remember
in lingerie out here.
I remember I lost my job that night too. I lost my job and got arrested within an hour.
So did you lose your job and then you got fucked up and were driving erratically?
No,
or
no.
you were not thinking because you lost your job? What was your job?
At the time, I was delivering medical equipment.
Okay.
And so we had like a storage unit that you could like put them at the end of the day. You put some of the stuff in, and it's complicated.
Right. Okay.
I was dropping off a machine, and we had a thing that lowers the machine out of the truck, and the thing was broken. And I put it on it and turned around, and the thing fell off the truck.
Oh,
and
fuck.
like the whole side of it came off. So I just did like a little handy job and just popped it back on.
Yeah. Next person.
And I thought that was good. And so then I went and I met my friend at a bar, and we're there, and we're fucking drinking,
yeah,
doing blow, and then and I get a call from one of the guys, and he's like, "Travis, what the fuck is this?" And he sent me a picture, and the whole thing was like torn. It was like done.
Like a gust of wind, probably just
and I was like, I dropped it off the truck, and he told the boss, and the boss was like, "Hey, we're gonna have to let you go, man.
Yeah,
it's a very expensive machine.
You're not worth as much as this hunk of shit."
And then and I'm just pissed off. My friend's like, "Come on, let's go in the car and just do a quick line." And so I was doing it.
That always helps.
Yeah, and I was now I'm just pissed off at the job.
Right now I'm just sober.
And I'm just like, because I had just gotten there too, so I was sober. I was like, fine, just do it.
Yeah.
So like
I hate my life anyways.
Yeah. So as I'm down
there,
and there's a dollar bill in my nose, I hear on the window, and he had the light shine, so I didn't see it was a cop. And I was like, I look up with a dollar bill, and I was like, I was like, who the fuck is that? And he let the fucking light down, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that blue light.
I was like, did I really just get arrested and lose my job in 1 hour?
Yeah, fuck. That was like my fucking. I turned 21. No, I turned like 35. No, it was 25 maybe.
Yeah.
I don't fucking remember what age it was. It was over 25. It might have been 27. But anyways, my fucking sister and brother came to see me perform, and my mom finally released my birth certificate. Fucking get wasted, lose it that fucking night.
Yeah? So now you don't know who you are. Now you don't exist.
Now, literally, I had to... Actually, it's super easy to get your fucking shit back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I was like, fuck. I called the bar, and the guy was like, oh, no, that really sucks. I'm like, would you mind just asking the other establishments, like, if I saw something like that, I would give it in. Like, I'm like, somebody needs this.
What are you going to do if you steal
my identity?
Like, I have someone's birth certificate.
Yeah, now you have their legal birth certificate. But having your legal birth certificate, you could say, all right, now I can get, maybe you could probably get a copy of my license. Because, like, a lot, they would say, all right, we would need this, and this. You could probably start slowly fucking getting all my other shit.
Yeah.
It's got all your information on there.
If someone stole my identity, I'd be like, sick, dude. Like,
but birth certificate doesn't have your social security number on there, I don't think.
No, I don't think it does.
Yeah, no, those are separate entities. Yeah. So that's actually part of what's you're fine about, because what are they really going to do with like my dad's name?
Yeah, like if someone was like, I'm going to steal your identity, like, you want to be me? Being me sucks. Like,
I know. Have fun with my credit score and my arrest record.
It's not great. Yeah, it's not great. Like, it's like pretty like subpar. It's like, fuck off. Good luck, man. That's gonna be.
Good luck being average.
You're gonna love this one. This is gonna be your best identity yet.
Yeah, it's seriously like just trading in. Well, that's what they always say. Like, if you throw all your problems in a fucking thing, would you want this? And I'm like, I really am a psycho, but I've already figured out some of my shit.
Yeah.
If I threw them all in and now got your shit, I'd have to figure your fucking shit out.
Yeah. Like, I'm just starting to figure my shit out, and I'm about to be 30 in like 4 months. Okay. So it's been like, I'm the whole life.
I like turning 30, honestly, because now I'm like, all right, this shit no longer. Like, I'm 28 was all right, 29, I had fun, but like now I'm like, I'm 30, I'm not standing for this shit. I'm a 30-year-old woman.
I feel like 29 is like when things started like turning.
You're like, all right, I'm getting older. But when you turn 30, it's cool though, because I was like, all right, I didn't fuck my 30s up yet.
I'm pumped for 30.
I fucked my 20s up. So I'm like, all right, I got a new, fresh like leaf.
I wouldn't say I fucked my 20s up, but I feel like I could have gotten a lot more out of them.
I feel like I got as much out of them as humanly fucking possible. I felt I wrung those years fucking dry.
Or I meant like productive stuff. Fun. I had a load of fun.
Okay, but yeah, like hours on the.
I look back at it and I'm like, sick. Let's Let's not do that again. But like, it was fun.
Yeah, but it's good though. It's good to plan all this shit. I mean, I like today. I'm like, I fucking wouldn't be doing this shit if I didn't plan it. If I didn't sign up for it, if I wouldn't have to be here. But now that I'm here, fucking having fun. I'm gonna have fun.
Put it this way: if you asked me, would you want to do it all over again? I'd say no. I'd be like, no.
Really?
No, I wouldn't do it.
Really? Because I'm always like, even if I can get a time machine, I still would come back to right here. I think.
I wouldn't go back even like 1 year in my life. I think every year should just be, whatever.
Wait, you're done? What do you mean?
What? No, like if you were like go in a time machine and like live all your 20s.
Yeah,
again.
You would never do it?
I wouldn't do it.
No, me neither. It's horrible. I wouldn't even want to look at it.
I wouldn't do 10 years back. I wouldn't do 5 years. I wouldn't even do 2 years.
Time machine, I never even really think about backwards. I've always really only
forward.
thought forward.
Forward freaks me out. Because it's like, imagine.
Uncertainty.
Imagine, like, because you always have like hope about like what,
like they're like cleaning the place up.
Or like it's going to work out. Like my life's going to work out. And like,
sure.
my 50s are going to look awesome because I'm working hard at what I'm doing right now. But imagine you went in a time machine and you went and it fucking sucked. And you'd be like, no, what do I do now? I guess you have to change it. You have to do something to change.
Well, yeah, I guess it is the opposite of the McFly thing. Like when you go in the past, you got to like tiptoe around and be worrisome.
Well, like imagine. I'm trying to think of what to say. Like imagine, okay, like you like all of our goals is to be like a working comedian, actor, person. We could do this for our life. Like that's how we can.
Right. For me to not bitch about my day job before this.
Yeah,
shit.
like we're not. At one point, our goal is to just not have to work a day job, and this be our main squeeze.
Right.
Now imagine you went in the future and your life sucked, and you're like, okay, well, how can I not make it suck? And they're just like, well, you got to give up the whole entertainment thing.
That's what fries do.
You got to get a real job. That's the only way you're not going to live that.
Right.
And you'd be like, fuck.
I know, but does money and things, objects don't necessarily equate to like happiness. Like I'm not like a materialistic person. Like
I agree with that. But I'm saying like if it really sucked.
I started thinking today, like how they talk about like the Native Americans. It might be the Native Americans. It might be further back than that. Probably wait, people are gonna be like, "You're fucking stupid as shit, Mandy." Yeah. But some culture, they say that like when you take somebody's photograph, you like take a piece of their soul. And I was like driving on my way to work. I'm like, is me being alive an hour a week or 2 hours a week drowning my fucking soul? Like, should I be a little worried about that interaction? Because that's ramping up a photo on fucking like high.
Wait, what are you talking about? You're fucking like if you're saying you're.
No, they're saying if you take a picture of somebody,
just takes a bit of their soul.
A bit of their soul is gone.
Okay.
So if I'm going live twice a week for an hour, both times, 2 hours a week, that's got to be like that's like heavy duty soul interaction right here.
Yeah, you're just siphoning it out.
That's
like
I'm,
just
I'm
like
wondering
sap
if that's
out of
my problem.
Sap out of a tree.
That's what I'm getting at.
Oh, man.
You're the first person I'm bringing this up to because I just thought of it on my way to work because I've heard that idiom or whatever a lot, and I'm like,
that sounds like some real Native American
I don't know.
Sorcery.
But I'm like, maybe that's my problem. Because you know what I mean? So much of my life is out there for people to dissect. It's not just a picture where they're like, oh, look at her nose, look at her fucking legs, ew.
Yeah.
It's like me talking about my relationship and my life and how I feel and what I want to do.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, she wants fucking this for her dreams.
I was literally just talking about this on another podcast, like a similar thing.
Like the collective consciousness, having it out there.
Like when you have something that you feel a certain way about something, you have heart in it, and then someone's like, that's stupid. And you'll like immediately, what's like that?
You're like, you're fucking stupid, man.
You know what's like that? Like now, I feel like as I get older, nothing really gets me like, hey, like nothing gets me angry, really.
Oh, we have totally different problems.
One thing that will get me like, what the fuck? If I put a song on or I'm listening to a song, someone's like, that's a gay fucking song. And I'm just like, hey, asshole. Like that song makes me feel something. You know what I mean?
It's a feel-good fucking tune.
Yeah, because like music, like you put stuff, you put your feelings into it. You're like, oh, this song, I put this song on when I'm feeling this, and I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to create a mood.
Yeah, and someone's like, oh, that's a gay song, and I'm just like, dude, shut up. I like this song.
Yeah, I like the there's like a cartoon character and he's like, yeah, like you telling your friend your favorite song. It's like it's gonna get awesome like any minute. Like sitting there
And you
like
see it on their faces, you're like, we're gonna have to make a big jump right now because he's not feeling awesome about it. He's
yeah,
not.
I know it's a lot of pressure. We were at a bar one time and the guy's like, "Here's the iPod," and
Oh
me and my
God.
husband and our friend were like, "No, we are not at that level right now. We are not the take the party people right now."
I think the best way to kind of like get away from that is if you put on something like kind of weird, and someone's like, okay, well they're just weird.
Yeah, they just don't get it.
Yeah, but if you put on something like, oh, this, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's some songs that you're like, all right, everyone will get this, but there was like 6 people at the bar. Where I'm like, I'm not choosing the mood for these other 6 people that I don't fucking know right now.
I hate when you if you're at like a party, like a barbecue, and you put your phone on, and then like a song that comes out that you're kind of self conscious of, and
Yeah,
someone's
like, who put this shit on?
someone's like, whose fucking phone is this?
It's like, all right, I'm sorry, Shuffle came on.
And you're like, I don't know, whose phone is this?
Change it. Anyone know code to this thing?
That shit is embarrassing.
I've met people at the iPod at fucking parties, like people touching the iPod. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you planning on putting on?
I have a friend from high school who like he just like no one likes his
taste.
No, but like also no one has the energy to sit and man the iPod. Nor go,
yeah, he's gonna get his hands on it.
Nor go up and like fight with him about it. So everyone's like,
right.
I guess we're just listening to shitty music tonight. Like I guess that's what
yeah, that's part of the fucking ambiance when the seat's here.
But then I guess I'm guilty about it too.
Yeah, because you're an asshole.
Yeah, but
you're also the asshole knocking his shit.
Yeah, but I'm also not. I'm not going to go up to him and bother him about it.
Right.
I'm going to be an adult and I'm going to just cram it deep down.
Because then they're going to be that much harder on your song. You're going to be like, oh, really? Let's play. And that's like, oh, this? Really?
Yeah, put this fucking song on?
A song that you like thought was fast. Ever do that? You're like, oh, I thought this was so much faster and then you put it on. And Corey's saying, my soul is infinite love. Okay, so maybe giving it away via lives. I'm recharging.
I like this guy, Corey.
No, it's a girl. It's a woman.
I like this woman, Corey.
Yeah, no, she's great. We love Corey. She's down in Florida. She's doing my homework.
Core.
She's good girl. Yeah, she's in tune with her. If she says my soul's infinite, I believe her. Totally.
Dude, look at my face right now. It's just like filled with beer.
What do you mean?
It's just
from
like,
yesterday? And they had a Thursday night wedding?
Yeah.
It's hardcore.
I missed the ceremony because I was at work, and then the guy dropped the cake.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, they dropped the
cake.
That's
like $1,000.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, it was like a 3-tier cake. And
man.
He dropped the tier. I was like, what? He dropped the top part? And they were like, no, the bottom. And I was like, so what was he holding it by the middle piece?
By the fucking bride and groom on the top.
Here's your cake. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Who'd you hire to make this cake?
Hands. Who'd you hire? Yeah, well.
Cake guys.
Yeah, that sucks. My one buddy, I won't say who it is so that his future wife won't be surprised, will still be surprised. Hey, Greg the Flippo. He says that he's like, he's going to get 2 cakes so that he could smash her fucking face in the first one. And then they'll actually bring out a non-smash cake.
I do want to, there is something about like a big like fondant cake that just like, it's so perfect. You're like, let me just dive into that fucking thing. Or just punch it. Or you just, nah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do the whole big wedding ceremony thing. I think Glenn would have probably wanted to smash cake in my face, and I would have been like, no.
Yeah.
If
he did, would you have been?
Yeah, it would have been one of those things. It's like, you're gonna get it smashed in your face. Like,
well, I'm saying if he did smash it in your face.
Yeah, and I would have had to be cool about it, and I would have been cool about it, but I would have
still
have to lay the line that I'm not gonna be cool about it, just to see how crazy he is. But yeah, ever see the fucking Chinese lady fucking go to give her husband? This is so random. She goes to give her husband the cake and she pulls it away from his mouth before she gives it to him. She like teases him with the cake, fucking slaps her right in the face.
Really?
Yeah, and
with his hand?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And like she like goes like this, and like her like bride, whoever the fuck is right on the bride, like consoles her, and then like they look to the man and he's like, fucking bitch, fucking.
Don't fucking do that. Like, you know how I feel about my cake.
Well, she embarrassed him. That's like, I'm gonna like give you false hope. Like, here, have some. Oh no, it's not here. Like, that's embarrassing.
That's a great start to that.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna slap you in the face.
That life agreement. You're gonna be with this man forever.
Yeah, he's gonna abuse you in front of everybody.
Let's start it off with a smack, a public smack. No less.
Well, it has to be nipped in the bud.
Yeah, I think you should stop it right there.
Yeah, you're not gonna embarrass me in front of your family. You're not gonna embarrass me in front of your fucking friends.
Oh God, Jesus.
Yeah, those fucking YouTube clips, man.
I'm gonna try not to get drunk tonight, but
Yeah, because you don't want to bomb. You were
pretty-
wishing bombing upon me, but I was making fun of your tattoos. I didn't know they were your real tattoos.
I don't care. The heat I take from my tattoos is just so much.
It's part of the fucking getting a tattoo. You have to get, you know.
Well, if I'm gonna get a tattoo, I'm gonna get something big. I'm not gonna get something small.
Yeah.
You know, like I only have 3, but they're fucking big. So
Right.
They cover my whole fucking body.
Right. Sizable stuff. And we were going to cut this 10 minutes short, but we actually made it. 58 minutes.
Yeah, that's fucking wow.
Yeah.
50 right already.
Yeah, we did well.
Yeah,
we got to run over to fucking Terry's show now, dude.
Dude, I'm amped about this show.
No, we're gonna do well. I'm going to tape it, guys, on my little recorder there, and I might not bomb. We'll see.
I think you're not gonna bomb.
I might bomb.
You're gonna be fine.
No, but we're gonna have fun because it's gonna be a bunch of people that have not been out in a while. I know a bunch of the comedians, you know, and we haven't seen each other. It's like a club.
I think we're gonna rock that fucking joint.
Yeah, I got people coming. What else? Where can we find you, Travis? Where's the best place to find you online and stalk you?
Let's see.
Trav Grant above me here. That was your Insta handle that I had.
Trav_Grant.
Yeah, _.
Well, tonight I'm going to be at Ziggy's.
Okay. That's Ziggy's in Massapequa. Dave Lynch says, fun show. Good luck tonight, Mandy. No luck for you. No, he didn't say that. I'm just saying that. Corey, thanks for tuning in. Bruno, thanks for tuning in. Nancy Weems, thanks for tuning in. Greg DeFlippo. We had a really good time, you guys, tonight. Thank you, Travis. It went quick.
Yeah, as far as shows, I guess just follow me on Trav_Grant.
Trav_Grant. And when you're gonna tell me when we can find your web series and when we can find your movie.
Yes, the web series will be November 7th. So you can just type in Council Culture on YouTube.
If you could say Council Culture and type it.
Yeah. Just Trav_Grant. I'll keep you guys updated. That's all I can do right now. Times are weird.
We'll see you guys at Ziggy's. Be good. Get home safe.
See ya.